From the PEP Radio Newsroom, this is the evening news blast. LGBTQ Nation is reporting a federal judge dismissed Minnesota's lawsuit challenging the Trump administration's stance that states and school districts can't allow trans kids to participate in sports. Minnesota was the only state challenging Donald Trump's two sexes executive order. Minnesota sued the Trump administration in April 2025 to challenge its interpretation of Title IX, the law that bans discrimination based on sex in schools. Both pro and anti-trans advocates claim the law protects their position, with pro-LGBTQ plus advocates saying that it's impossible to discriminate against LGBTQ plus people without taking sex assigned at birth into account. So all anti-LGBTQ plus discrimination is a form of sex-based discrimination. Transphobes, on the other hand, argue that allowing trans girls to participate in school sports takes resources away from cis girls. The state argued that Trump's executive order violates the state anti-discrimination law, which includes gender identity. While many blue states, including Minnesota, have policies requiring schools to fight anti-trans bullying and harassment, the Trump administration has been using Trump's executive order to pressure school districts to end protections for trans students. Politico reports that Minnesota District Chief Judge Eric Tostrad wrote in his opinion that the state failed to prove that the administration violated the Administrative Procedure Act, the 1946 law that governs how government administrations can propose and implement new rules, and the 10th Amendment, which protects states' powers. Minnesota will not face legal consequences unless and until a hearing is held in which the relevant agency finds that Minnesota is not in compliance with Title IX, or a court finds in a civil enforcement action that Minnesota is not in compliance with Title IX, he wrote. Neither event has occurred here. The findings themselves impose no legal injury on Minnesota. The Supreme Court's determination that sex in Title IX refers to biological sex provides at least some support for the defendant's interpretation of the statute, he added, citing the Supreme Court's ruling this past summer in two cases involving state bans on trans people participating in school sports. Tostrad also noted that the Trump administration has already sued Minnesota over its policy of allowing trans kids to participate in school sports, which means that essentially the same issues at the core of this case are already being heard in another jurisdiction. In a statement, Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison said he was pleased that a major constitutional claim against President Trump will move forward, and I look forward to proving in court that the president violated the Constitution. That's a news blast at this hour. PEP Radio is available on the Live 365 app, the homepage at paequality.com, Roku, Alexa, and wherever you listen to streaming radio. Up next, we have the Meadville area weather forecast here on PEP Radio.